Hello everybody, welcome back to another lesson with Leo. My name is Leo Falcom and I'm the technology concierge with Courtesy Acura in Littleton, Colorado. You'll notice that we're on a drive today in the beautiful 2016 Acura TLX, and I wanted to show you a couple things about the lane keeping assist and adaptive cruise control feature. So first I'm going to have my partner kind of pan down to my steering wheel as we drive. We're going to be looking at the controls here, and of course we're going to be watching our dashboard as well, which gives us all of our visual indicators that these systems are functioning properly. First thing I'm going to do to turn on the ability to use the adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist system, I need to push the main button here towards the top right of the steering wheel. When I do that, you're going to notice two green lights appear on the dashboard. I hope we can see them with the light. Let me close this up. Two lights on the dashboard. ACC stands for adaptive cruise control and LKAS stands for lane keeping assist system. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide how far away I want to follow somebody with my adaptive cruise control. And this system's job is to make sure that when you're cruising at a certain speed, if somebody pulls in front of you that's going slower than you, or you run up on somebody, your car's going to automatically slow down to match their speed based on the distance that you set, which is what I want to do right now. The button here towards the lower right of the steering wheel that has the car with 3 bars out of the back of it is how you change the distance that you want to follow somebody. I'm going to push this a few times and we're going to focus here on our dashboard and watch how my bars tend to change as I push the button repeatedly. I'm a little confident with the system. I've used it a lot. I'm going to go ahead and go with the 2-bar length. This is about 2 to 4 car lengths of follow distance from the vehicle in front of me. I'm actually going to back off of this Armada a little bit ahead of us, and what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set my cruise speed a little bit higher than what traffic is going, and then you're going to notice that the car is going to slow itself down as opposed to me having to slow it down. So as we take this turn, I'm going to kind of get on it a little bit. We're going to go ahead and set the cruise control speed there at 70 miles an hour. This is me with my foot off of the gas. The car is slowing down to match the speed in front of me and is now accelerating again. You can actually notice it there in the speedometer, how I set it at 70, but we're only doing 63, 64 miles an hour right now. The car is following the vehicle in front of me and won't let me get in between this distance. We also see a Jeep now has moved in front of me. This car is gonna slow down just a little bit to make that gap again. Now let's say I wanted to close that distance between me and the Jeep. If I push my set distance button again, I can close up that gap by another bar length. Here we're just going to let the car kind of do its own thing, drive us along, and I want to show you how the lane keeping assist system works. The lane keep assist is the ability of the car to use the camera here behind the rear view mirror to watch the lanes in the road and actually keep you centered with subtle adjustments to the steering wheel so that after a long drive you're not so fatigued and tired from that drive. Watching all this traffic get on, watching the cars in front of us slow down, your vehicle is still slowing down to match their speed until I get out of their way. My car will now increase speed back to my set speed because that car in front of me is now zoomed out of my way. Here we're going to go back to the lane keeping assist real quick. That was just a real good example of exactly how the system works. To set the lane keep assist so that it's going to help you drive, we're going to push the button on the very lower right of the steering wheel that has the lane markers and the steering wheel. When I push this button, we're going to notice 2 new lines appear on the dashboard right there on the outside of my car icon. The lines are filled in solid white and it's letting me know that it is going to go ahead and help me stay centered in the lane until it yells at me to tell me to put my hands back on the wheel. We're going to see how long that takes. This is me not driving the car, not using the accelerator, and not endorsing this in any way, shape, or form, all you Acura owners out there. If you saw the notice there, it told me to grab the wheel again because steering is required for this system to stay functional, but it requires very minimal effort on the steering wheel for me to make this turn all on its own. Now we are coming up to my exit. I'm so glad that you guys were able to hang out with me today. If you have any questions about any of the features in any of our Acura models, please don't hesitate to give me a call at the dealership. My phone number there is 303-795-7800. Just ask for Leo, the tech guy, and they'll transfer you right to me. Thanks again for hanging out with me today, and you stay classy, Acura.